Carburetor is roaring loud, engines purring in the crowd. Morning air so crisp, so free, with a cup of coffee just for me. Shining like the sun, roads ahead, let's have some fun. See my crew as we roll away, carburetor set the tone today. Carburetors and coffee, life on the go, go, go. Carburetors and coffee, morning light we glow. Mouth ahead, spirits high, underneath the open sky. Feeling caffeine in my veins, ready free from all the chains. Mouth ahead and spirits high, underneath the open sky. Feel the caffeine in my veins, breaking free from all the chains. Feel the rumble, feel the speed. This is all the taste I need. Coffee warm and engine hot, living fast and on the spot. Carburetors and coffee, life on the go, go, go. Carburetors and coffee, morning light we glow. Feel the speed, this is all the taste I need. Coffee warm and engine hot, living fast and on the spot. Carburetors and coffee, life on the go, go, go. Carburetors and coffee, morning light we glow.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I changed the name. It's Carburetors and Coffee now officially. It was Carbs and Coffee, but everyone seemed to think it was like a baking show, or like I traveled the country, maybe going to like coffee shops, getting donuts and breads and stuff like that. And although it may appear that way from my appearance, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going around my yard and fixing things. And although I haven't done a lot of carb work, short for carburetors, I do that. It's happenstance. There's things like this thing right here. It's got an issue. So normally what I usually do is I show my vehicles driving up, pulling in, raising it up on the lift. I will do that. This time, I'm not gonna tell you what the issue is. I'm just gonna let you listen. So let's go over to the old Equinox. It's been good to me. It's been good to us, but it's got another issue. And this time, I'm just gonna let you listen this time. We're gonna drive up that way. Without further ado, listen to this. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, so it's no secret now. It's the brakes and it's the front. All right. It's a never-ending battle with brakes. Hill country. I live in hill country. And when I say that, I live on top of basically a mountain. It's in between a hill and a mountain. You know, it's a mountain. All right, into the garage we go. Welcome back, day 2. Equinox. So I was getting ready to record and, well, get this thing up on the lift, and boom, power outage. We had pretty much a bad windstorm. So here I am, day 2. Power was out for about 6-7 hours. So here we are, day 2, and it's time to get this thing up on the lift. So let's go.
Rhythm's taking full control. Losing all but feeling whole. Feel the rush, hearts ignite. We're not gonna take that flight. Up, 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 touch the sky. Let's take it high. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Let the music fill your cup. Lift it up, lift it up.
Okay, it's time to bust out the Hercules, if I can remember where I put it. I almost forgot that I hung it up. Ooh, it's heavy. Remember the last time I used it? It was on the BMW. All right, what do we got here? We've got, these are what, probably 22s or 21s. In case you didn't know. Okay, the Hercules is just gonna go ahead and torque these right off. Let's get it spinning in the right direction. All right, ready? Let's do it.
Losing all but feeling whole. Feel the rush, hearts ignite. We're alive, gonna take the fight. Up above, touch the sky. Let's take it high. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Let the music fill your cup. Lift it up, lift it up. Never gonna stop. Lift it up, lift it up. In this moment we erupt. Lift it up, lift it up. We'll stay at the top.
So it turns out, you guys, I've never had these front brakes off, or the wheels for that matter, because if I did, there would be anti-seize on these studs. There would be anti-seize here. For some reason, I thought that I did these brakes, and I guess I didn't. I think I did just the rears on these. So anyway, that's kind of, it makes me feel a little bit better, because I thought that I did these and that there wasn't a lot of longevity out of these pads. And now I feel better that these are from my brother-in-law, so they got some good life out of them. So I'm not sure when he had them done, but anyway, I've got my pry bar here. I'm just gonna take the calipers off, and it's not fighting me too bad. This is kind of normal. And this is the one, like I said, that's giving me trouble anyway, so just work at it a little bit. And the shoe is coming off with it, the inside shoe, as you can see. There we are. Oh, it's a double piston. Wow, that's pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So this is what I mean, it's a dual piston. That's pretty good. Means better braking. It's a more expensive caliper, but it's better. So I'm just gonna set that there. Actually, I'll show you my little trick. Good thing to do, guys, when you're working on this kind of stuff, if you can, maybe find like the loop here, or if you can, just go around your strut or something if you need to. There, just loop around there and let it hang like that. See, I've got it hanging off there, and it's taking all the stress off of the brake tube here. That way you don't break it, and man, you'll save yourself a headache. If it's dangling, you could wreck it. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and take the pads out of here. As you can see, this one is the one that was grinding. Oh, yeah, it was a little bit of a problem. There you are. I'll just put that there. This one is fine. We'll just go ahead and reuse this one. Even though I've got a brand new one, I'm just kidding. We're gonna throw that away. We're gonna go ahead and take the bracket off now. The two bolts are on the inside here, and they're pretty big. They're probably like 18s or something. Yeah, they're 18s.
Climb and fill, they fall. Rust and trails decay. Hot brutal feels it all. Metal's final flame. Iron blood and steam. Searing lifeless bones. Awake from the dream. Under crushing stones. I am flashing forward. Pain is conjured. Steps of fate undone. Settle, scrub the rust away. Hunger in hand. Metal flames obey.
Okay, it's time for some water talk, some coffee talk. Coffee is in the house. I got to get in there. So, some reality, okay? You saw I was struggling. So, I did not have these front brakes off. If I did, I would not have been struggling. So, I'm going to give you some tips. I don't know how it is in the south, but up here in the north, we suffer from salt. So, I'm going to go over some corrosion tips for you. It's called anti-seize. If anti-seize were applied to these bolts, then none of that would have happened. Things would have came off just fine, but whoever did the brakes on this vehicle didn't own the vehicle. So they don't care, but they would care if they were the ones who constantly worked on this vehicle. Now, I was taught by a guy that his customers were recurring customers, and his philosophy was he's going to get the car back, in 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it was, to do brake job or whatever it was. So he wanted it to be as easy as could be. I am just struggling with the bolts, and I know when I work on my vehicles where I have previously done things, even lug nuts, that I do not struggle like this. So I'm going to show you why I was struggling with the bolts because of the corrosion. But why? What is making it do that? Well, I'm going to show you. These are the ones that were holding the actual caliper on. They go right here, these little ears here. These weren't bad. Now they can get bad, but if you look here, you can see that white stuff there. Sometimes when you have two different metals, they have a reaction between the two. But in this case, this isn't what's happening here. I'll tell you in a minute. If you look at this here, it's pretty clean, the shank of it, right? But if you look at the end, it's really corroded. Look at this end. There's that white stuff again. What is that white stuff? That white stuff is salt. That is salt corroding the bolt. Now, it's protected in here, but on this, I'll show you, it comes in through here. Let me get my light. Right about there is it sandwiching in everything, right? And it bottoms out right about there. Well, what sticks out at the end? Right there. The bolt head, or the end of the bolt there, the threads stick out. So, as I'm cracking it loose and going through all the threads, it is having trouble with this corrosion going through. It's got to break through there and keep going through, and then it could damage your threads, and it never damages the bolt. I'm telling you right now, it's never the bolt. If you strip something out and you think, well, maybe the bolt's stripped. No, it's never the bolt. It's always the component. So that's what is happening. But if you just take the time to do some anti-seize on there, that salt will not corrode, it will not penetrate, and you save yourself a ton of time and ton of issues and ton of problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the studs and around here, and anybody that says that you're not supposed to put it on studs, that's not true. It's just completely not true. Oh, another tip, don't do what I do. Once you get seasoned and that's not good, that's ripped. Oh, great. I could probably put a zip tie around that and hold that. See, what's not good, guys, is dirt gets up inside there, and this is part of your rack and your pinion. Your pinion is inside there. And yeah, all right, so I'm gonna have to try to get a zip tie on there. Hopefully it holds. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. So what I did was I took this side apart, and then I took that side apart. Also, this has rear discs on it. Never take apart a rear drum and then take a rear drum apart and think that you can put it back together. I'm pretty good enough where I can do that. I can take everything apart and put it back together. Take one side apart, get it done, then go over and do the other side, because if you mess up and you're not sure what to do, you can go ahead and refer to that side, okay? So keep everything together on that side. I just happen to know what I'm doing, because I want everything apart so that I can clean everything and get everything cleaned up on my grinder and stuff like that. So that's why I do it. But if you're starting out, do one side first. That way, if you go, I don't know how this goes back together, you have a reference, okay? All right, I'm gonna move on. Oh, real quick, I wanna show you. Here is the driver's side. This is the inside. And these are the rivets that actually hold the pad on, and the pad is completely gone. This is the outside pad, which plenty of material. Usually what happens is the piston side is the side that does most of the work, because that is the side, I'll show you. I mean, it's just the side that does most. Has the action side, okay? This is the passenger side, and if you look, I caught it just in time, and so there you go. I caught it just in time, and that's gonna be okay. You could tell it was, yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. The pad will wear just fine on that. I tell you, rotors are super expensive. The guys at Advance Auto, thank you guys at Advance Auto, Larry. They give you a decent deal, and you get a 20%, I think, if you go on their website, coupon, something like that, check it out. So, but rotors are super expensive. They are not cheap anymore. So I'm just going to save myself a little bit of money. I think they're like 60 bucks for this car a piece. Anyway, I've got a replacement for the other side. It is right there. You guys have seen the process of cleaning these on the Kia brakes video. If you don't know, there is a process to clean these. You do not want the stuff, the oil that's on there touching your brake pads. You'll go to hit your brakes and you will not stop, and it will seep into your brake pads material and wreck it and deem them non-usable. So check that video out if you want. But for now, let's move on and just go ahead and get going and get this stuff replaced.
Working as a team.
Okay, well, I got all the bolts and the brackets cleaned up. Oh, what I wanted to show you was this. I forgot what they're called, but we'll just call them the plungers for now. Are different on both sides, and I'm keeping them separate. Let's bring this bracket over here so I can show you. So as you can see, this side has this grommet area and it's rubberized, and on this side it doesn't. It just has on the shank part a groove on either side. Now I don't know why. Sometimes they both have just this, or they're both just this way. But in this case, it's both. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reassemble it the same way it came out. So I'm making sure that I keep them both orientated the same way. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in overnight, but I dumped some PB Blast down inside the chambers here. And then when I come out in the morning, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a pipe cleaner type thing, go in and out of there, and then clean that all up. Then I will rebuild that with my stuff that I have. I'm gonna clean the little gaiters up, the boots here, put that all back together. I also, before I go in, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this rotor off. We got ourselves a Torx right here, so I'll get that off. Yeah, and then I'll head in. I think I will go ahead and reset these tomorrow. Okay guys, I got the offending article off, so here is the rotor. Yeah, that's pretty bad, so it should not look like that. I also want to tell you something, so this is more coffee talk reality. What I'm doing here with the anti-seize and the rebuilding of these calipers, these here, when you get a brake job done, pads, rotors, whatever, they don't do this. This is not what they do. So you might be saying, wow, this is taking this guy forever. And where I'm like doing the bolts, cleaning them and stuff, because I haven't done anti-seize on these yet, next time I do it, it's gonna be a lot faster. But when you get your brakes done and stuff like that, if you go to like Monroe and Midas and all that stuff, you're in and out. They're not doing this stuff. Not to bash that stuff, but you're not getting, if you go to like a mom and pop shop, they might be doing this stuff. So you might want to ask them. Go ahead and ask them how they're doing a brake job. The proof is in the pudding when you pay. So it pays to do your own stuff. It's a peace of mind that it's really not hard. So you can do this stuff on your own. And like I said, they're not doing this stuff. The stuff that I'm doing, they're just slapping pads back in it, and then you're getting pads that are wearing uneven. They're wearing on a rotor uneven, and then you're back at it again. So when you're saying, man, I just put pads on that thing 3 months ago. Well, this is the reason why. If you noticed, those plungers were stuck. Those need to be gone through. Those need to be rebuilt and back into that springy motion again. When those guys are like working for other people, or they're trying to run a business, they're not doing what I did. So you got to remember that. So if you want a peace of mind, do it yourself. That's kind of why you gotta like, subscribe, and do all that stuff, because you learn this easy maintenance stuff here. So anyways, all right, I'm gonna go in the house, get my coffee, and I'm gonna be back at it tomorrow. So catch you on the flip side.